good life is beyond what people think. Welcome to Life and Living with Samson Olusola Olatunji.
Welcome back to our Family House, Life and Living with Samson Olatunji. We've been talking about the entitlement mentality, and we are not going to stop talking about it because it's a serious matter. We've talked about how it destroys individuals and societies, and so we have to be dogged in our treatment of this topic. We have to be deliberate and intentional. Now, if you don't know the source of a problem, you will not be able to tackle it. That's why we want to look at the source of entitlement, how it begins. It's unfortunate that it begins from childhood. There is something called infantile tendency. An infant believes that everyone and everything in his environment exists to serve him. And that's why anytime he's not given what he desires, whether he needs it or he only wants it, he begins to throw tantrums, crying, weeping, doing a lot of things to stampede his parents to give him what he wants now and now, not later. Whether the parents can afford it or not, he doesn't want to know. Whether it will harm him or not, he doesn't want to know. That's the tendency of an infant. Unfortunately, many people have failed to grow out of this. They have not outgrown it. And who is guilty? Their parents. As a parent, no child must be able to take anything from you by crying. You have to teach your child to come up and ask for what he or she needs. And if you have questions, you must be able to answer questions. And if you can't afford it, or you think the child doesn't deserve it at that time or must not have it, if that child cries, you should know how to punish the child. But many parents have failed in this regard. I become terribly annoyed when I see a child crying and parents are now running skater trying to satisfy the golden child. That golden child is going to become a miscreant in society because he will think everybody exists to serve him. That's how it starts. Are you a parent encouraging your child to grow up with this infantile tendency, not crushing that tendency? Your child is going to grow up to become an entitled person, always unhappy that life has not been fair, people have not been fair to him, always going about hurting other people, blackmailing them, and even doing terrible things to retaliate what he thinks the unfair treatment from other people. Another way people contribute to this tendency is that when such children grow up into adolescents or adults and they continue with this infantile tendency, this narcissistic tendency, trying to blackmail others to give what they don't have to give, trying to take what they themselves don't deserve, some people will team up and begin to blame the guiltless. They begin to blame somebody who has taken his destiny in his hands and has worked assiduously to attain some things and to get some things, and they begin to team up with their colleague to try to stampede others. And so the tendency continues to grow, continues to spread. It's becoming a norm. So are you starting it in your child or are you encouraging it in an adult? We need to be very careful because we are not destroying the people against whom we team up. We are destroying ourselves if we have that tendency and we are being helped, and we're destroying posterity. Search your life, make a change. Thank you very much.